Welcome to today's episode on how to find a fraction of a number. The key component to understanding the fraction of a number is knowing the word of has a special meaning. The word of is meaning we are multiplying. Means multiply. So you might use a multiplication symbol, or you might use the little dot. So in the future, whenever we see the word of in math, it often recommends that we need to multiply. So if we look right away to this example, we see the question. What is 2/3 of 33? If we use our trick up here, we know that the word of means multiply. So let's rewrite this. We know that 2/3 times 33. All right. 33 can be written as a fraction, and this goes for all whole numbers. I'm going to say all whole numbers can be written as a fraction. Over 1. Over 1. So let's take a look. 33 can be written as a fraction over 1. And when we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators first. 33 times 2. And then we multiply the denominators. 3 times 1. We look 33 times 2 is 33 times 2 is 66. We have 66 over 3 times 1. Well, that's 3. And oftentimes we need to simplify when we have fractions. So we look and we say, okay, can we divide the top number and the bottom number by some factor evenly? Well, if we look to the bottom, the factors of 3 are only 1 in itself. So what if we divide this by 3? 6 is a factor of 3, which means 66 must be a factor of 3. And we know 3 divided by 3 is 1. 66 divided by 3 is 22. So our answer, therefore, we have this funny symbol that represents therefore. Two-thirds of 33 is 22. And if you imagine you had 33 and you broke it into 3 even parts. Well, each of these parts, let's draw a little proportionate here. Each part must be 11. So that would mean that 2/3, this is 2/3. Well, that has to be 22. Another way we can answer this is using cross-reducing. Cross reduction or cross reducing. we notice that we have 2 over 3 times 33 over 1. If you look at what's on the top and what's on the bottom, we know that 33 divided by 3 is 11. Instead, we can write 11. So we have 2 times 11, and that equals 22. So there's 2 methods we can use to find the fraction of a number. Let's look at a more challenging question here. Perhaps we have the question, if 2 over 7 or 2/7 of a kilogram of meat costs $21, how much does an entire kilogram cost? So we know that 2/7 of a kilogram costs $21. And we want to know how much 1 kilogram is going to cost. Well, if you think of 2 kilograms cost $21, how do we find how much, 2 over 7 kilograms cost $21. Then we need to know how much does 1/7 of a kilogram cost. Well, 2/7, if we divide by 2, and we divide by 2, that'll give us 1/7. And 21 divided by 2, well, what is half of 21? We know half of 20 is 10. Let's just check this out. 21 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time with 0 remaining. 2 goes into 1 0 times. We'll put a 0 here. We'll put a decimal down. We say, how many times does 2 go into 10? That's 5 times with 0 remainder. Okay, so that is how much 1/7 of a kilogram costs. 10.5. This is important to know. We know 1/7 of a kilogram costs roughly 10.5 or $10.50. Now, we know 1/7 of a kilogram is $10.50. To go to 7/7 of a kilogram, okay? This is 1 kilogram. 7/7, well, to get from 1/7 to 7/7, we need to multiply by 7. And what you do to one side, you must do to the other. And 1050 times 7. Well, 1050 times 7. We'll do 7 times 0, which is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 0 is 0. plus 3 is 3. 7 times 1 is 7. And we'll put our decimal there. So our total we get is 73.50. Another way we can represent this is if we think of it as part of a whole, and we cut this into 7 pieces. We have 7 pieces that should be looking even, and 2/7 is 21. So 2/7 is 21. And we determined that one of these is 1050, which means that each of these must be 1050. Or we can represent that as 1050 times 7. And we got 73.50. So therefore, 1 kilo will cost $73.50. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video.